Hi everybody. Today's lesson is going to be focusing on reading and writing comprehension. And I'm very lucky enough to have two students who were willing to volunteer to read the text. One is a male and one is a female, about primary school age level. First we'll listen to the young man read. Then we'll listen to him read the questions and answer them out loud. We'll look at his writing sample and see how he did with his written work. Then we'll listen to the young ladies read aloud. After that, we'll listen to her read the questions out loud and then answer them orally. Then we'll look at her short answers and see how she performed. So without further delay, let's listen to the young man first.
My name is Gary and I'm 11 years old. I have got blue eyes and blonde hair. My sister Tina is 6 years old. She has got long hair. We are from South Africa. My father is a vet and my mother is a teacher. We all love animals. At home we have got one hamster and 2 fish. In my apartment there are 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen. There isn't a garden but there are some plants in the balcony or veranda. I can ride a bike. Look at these photos. I can dance hip-hop, but I can jump very high. Although, my sister can dance ballet. And Paul, my best friend, can swim very well.
Now let's listen to the oral questions and answers spoken out loud.
What's her name? Tina is her name. What color is his hair? His hair is blonde. Are his eyes is green? No, it isn't. Where are they from? They are from South Africa. How many fish have they got? They have got 2 fishes.
I want to thank the young man for reading this excerpt out loud to us. It's not easy to do something like this at this age, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to do this for us. Now let's listen to the female's reading sample. We'll hear her reading and listen to her answers out loud. Then we'll look at her written work. So without further delay, let's listen to her.
My name is Gary and I'm 11 years old. I have got blue eyes and blonde hair. My sister Tina is 6 years old. She has got long hair. We are from South Africa. My father is a vet and my mother is a teacher. We all love animals. At home, we have got 1 hamster and 2 fish. In my apartment, there are 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen. There isn't a garden, but there are some plants in the balcony or veranda. I can ride a bike. Look at these photos. I can dance hip-hop, but I can't jump very high. My sister can dance ballet, and Paul, my best friend, can swim very well.
Now let's listen to the oral questions and answers spoken out loud.
What's her name? Tina is her name. What color is his hair? His hair color is blonde. Are his eyes green? No, it isn't. Where are they from? They are from South Africa. How many fish have they got? They have got 2 fishes.
Now we're going to look at the young man's written work. What I decided to do was put a split screen up, so you can see not only the reading he just did, but the questions as he was given online, and then his written work that he sent back to me. So we're going to take a look at it right now and see how he performed. I'll mark it as if I was marking it in my classroom back home or in China, so you can get a better idea of how I do my marking and give feedback to the students. So let's look at number 1. Number 1 says, what's her name? And he wrote the answer, Tina is her name. Well, if you look at the third sentence, you can see it says, my sister Tina is 6 years old. So you know that Tina is her name. For number 2, it says, what color is his hair? For his answer, he wrote, his hair is blonde. Now, for some reason, he wrote, what color is his hairs? If he was told to copy the question and then write the answer, he could lose partial points on this, maybe a half a point, because he actually didn't copy the question correctly. He wrote it down on paper. So I'm just going to focus on his actual written answer, which is his hair is blonde. And if you look at the second sentence, it says, I have got blue eyes and blonde hair. So again, he is correct. For number 3, are his eyes green? He copied it correctly. He copied the question correctly. And the answer is, no, it isn't. She should just say, no, they're not. Or he can say, his eyes are not green. No, it isn't quite grammatically correct. So he needs to go back and try to revise that to make it sound correctly. And I would probably take maybe half a point off for that as well. Number 4. Number 4 says, where are they from? For his answer, he wrote, they are from South Africa. Now again, he made a mistake in South Africa because if you look, he did not capitalize the S and the A. So as a result, I'm going to have to take half a mark off because South Africa is the name of a country. Any name of a country or city or a person has to be capitalized. So he'll lose half a mark on that. For number 5, the question says, how many fish have they got? He wrote, they have got 2 fishes. He really could have just said, they have 2 fishes. So the got isn't really necessary there. And I would just remind him next time to try to make sure to not include a word like that. Of course, this takes practice and repetition to do. And as your tutor, I would make sure that you get plenty of opportunities to get practicing like this. If you're using your own workbooks or your own assignments from school, we can go through that. If you need extra work or extra material, as you can see, I have plenty of it. I can provide that for you so you can get practice to improve your writing. As far as me getting a printout of the worksheet back to look at, I don't necessarily need that. I don't need it actually. As you can see, he neatly wrote down everything and it's clear, and I will accept that completely. So if you're worried about not being able to print work, do not worry, okay? If you can write it down on a piece of paper and take a photo of it like you're seeing here, I will accept it and I will mark it just as you see it. So don't be concerned about printing out the paper. Just have some writing paper down, some notebook paper or something, and copy it just like this. I'll accept it. I'll accept it just like this, and I'll mark it as you're watching now. So please do not be worried about printing out the worksheet, because writing it down is perfectly acceptable. Let's take a look at the young lady's written work now. And just like the previous student, I have a split screen up for you to look at both the story and the questions and her writing as well. Number 1, what's her name? Tina is her name. And I don't see anything wrong with that. It seems perfectly fine, and I'll accept it as it is. Number 2, what color is his hair? His hair color is blonde. And again, There seems to be no mistakes, and it's answered in a complete sentence, so I'll accept it. Number 3, are his eyes green? No, it isn't. And again, there's some grammatical mistake there, because no, it isn't doesn't quite make it flow very well. So she could have said, again, like in the previous writing, no, they're not, or his eyes are not green. Take half a mark off on that again for just a grammatical mistake. Number 4, where are they from? They are from South Africa. And again, like the previous sample, South Africa was not capitalized, and as I had established earlier in the previous student's work, you must capitalize all names of countries or cities or people. So the fact that S and A in South Africa are not capitalized means that she'll be deducted a half a point. Number 5, how many fish have they got? And her answer, she wrote, is they have got 2 fishes. And again, with the got, it makes it kind of not so fluent, not very fluent. She could have just said they have 2 fishes, and that would have been just fine. So I probably wouldn't take a mark off on this, but I would just remind her to make sure you don't include that words like got in answers like this, because it doesn't make it flow very well. I just want to say thank you again to both readers for taking part in this demonstration lesson for me today. I really appreciate the time and the effort you put into it. I know it wasn't easy and it might have been a bit awkward, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much again. So just keep practicing, keep reading and keep writing, and in time these mistakes will become, well, you won't be making these mistakes anymore. So there's no reason to be discouraged by any of the mistakes you've made. You haven't been in school in a while, I know that, and you're rusty, so this was a good way to try to get back into the flow of reading and writing. So don't get discouraged by anything that you've seen or written here.